Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
Disturbing allegations against a sheriff's deputy in Maine's Mid-Coast accused of raping 3 underage girls. Investigators believe that some of those sexual assaults happened in the back of his cruiser while he was on duty. Our Danielle Waugh is live from the Lincoln County Sheriff's Department with much more. Danielle?
Well, as the sheriff learns more, no idea that such a decorated deputy was capable of this kind of abuse.
This kind of thing is send shockwaves through the department.
Deputy Sheriff Ken Hatch has gone from being named Lincoln County's Deputy of the Year to accused felon for allegedly raping 3 underage girls over a 14-year period.
My staff is surprised.
In the back of his cruiser while he was on duty.
It's difficult.
Investigators say it started when Hatch was babysitting a 6-year-old girl and inappropriately touched her. A few years later, he gave her marijuana in bags labeled evidence in exchange for sex. The assaults allegedly happened in his car and at her parents' home at least 10 times.
Ken's one of our most decorated officers, and so it really kicked us in the teeth. You know, how do you prepare for that?
The Lincoln County Sheriff's Department will conduct an internal investigation as Hatch remains on paid administrative leave. A family member at his home in Whitefield, Maine declined to comment on the case, which now involves 2 more alleged victims under the age of 16. The allegations go back to 1999.
No one is above the law, including one of our own.
Lincoln County Sheriff Todd Brackett says this black eye on the department comes at a tough time for law enforcement nationwide and promises his deputies will work to regain the community's trust.
I think there's absolutely some damage done.
Deputy Hatch is free on $50,000 bail, and his next court appearance is scheduled for August 25th. Live in Wiscasset, Maine, Danielle Waugh, NECN.
Watch child sex abuse trial begins for former Deputy of the Year. The trial of Lincoln County Sheriff's Deputy Kenneth L. Hatch III on charges of sexual abuse of 3 underage girls, as well as giving drugs to 2 of those girls, is underway in Kennebec County Superior Court in Augusta. The trial started Monday, November 13. Hatch, 47, of Whitefield, faces 2 counts of Class B unlawful sexual contact, 11 counts of Class C sexual abuse of minors, 8 counts of Class C aggravated furnishing in Schedule Z drugs, marijuana, and 1 count of Class C unlawful sexual contact, all felonies. He has pleaded not guilty to all 22 charges. A Class B crime carries a maximum sentence of 10 years in prison. A Class C crime carries a maximum penalty of 5 years in prison. According to an affidavit by Maine Attorney General's Office Detective Peter P. Lizanex, one of the girls told investigators Hatch would give her marijuana, including an evidence bag of marijuana on one occasion, as well as alcohol, cigarettes, and money. The girl told investigators the abuse often occurred in Hatch's cruiser while he was on duty. 2 of the girls were 14 or 15 years old at the time of the alleged abuse, according to court documents. The alleged abuse of the 3rd girl started when she was 6 and continued when she was 14 and 15. Despite objections by Hatch's attorney, Richard Elliott, Maine Superior Court Justice William R. Stokes transferred the case to Kennebec County Superior Court after the prosecution objected to the perception of and potential impact on the alleged victims of having to attend court where the defendant's former colleagues are responsible for court security. Furthermore, the prosecution raised questions about the ability to seat a jury and said the Wiscasset courthouse is not equipped to accommodate such a large jury pool. A jury was seated Wednesday, November 8 in Augusta. Hatch and Elliott both told Stokes on Wednesday that no plea agreement has been discussed because Hatch is not interested in a plea. Stokes granted a motion by Elliott to sever 5 of the charges, which allege crimes against 2 victims, from the other 17 charges, which allege crimes against a 3rd victim, because Elliott said Hatch might testify on the former, but not the latter. Stokes' ruling would have still allowed the victim in those 17 charges to testify about what allegedly happened in Hatch's cruiser, so Elliott withdrew the motion. The prosecutor, Assistant Attorney General John Rissler, told jurors Monday in his opening statement that the trial is about trust, the trust we put in law enforcement, and the trust of a child not to be abused. What the evidence in this case will show is that the defendant was a decorated deputy by day and a different person after dark, Rissler told the jury Monday morning. He used his position of trust as a deputy, as a friend, for his own personal benefit, in seeking sexual gratification from children and underage teenaged girls. Rissler said the victims were not perfect. One was a young lady whose father couldn't control her, he said. Another one developed a serious drug problem. One young lady, I will tell you right now, is sexually promiscuous and she self-medicates with alcohol. None of these things make them less of a victim. If anything, that shows why they were picked by the defendant to be abused.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheep up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Sheriff County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, if I got, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here, and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. 47,000 of you so far right now. $1 a day. $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.